me actually formally introduce myself. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Noura. I'm the founder and creative director of Atinuda Design. We are a holistic design studio that focuses not just on beautiful aesthetics. We're also more focused, even more focused, on how those aesthetics are shaping our human experience. And we do this through what I call sensory intelligent design, which is based in neuroarchitecture. I know the intro was pretty long and pretty emotional, but I want to ask you, have you ever been in a space that did the same thing to you, that made you feel like, wow, even if it was a fraction of that, that made you feel a sense of belonging, that made you feel seen, that made you feel a sense of awe, that made you feel excited, that made you feel motivated, that made you want to create, or even a space that kind of shrunk you? People experience that too. Is there a space that made you feel small, that made you feel constricted, that made you feel unsafe? All of this are actual design decisions that were made, whether intentionally, which is where you get the first result, or unintentionally, which is where you get some of those other results. The good news is that once you understand what these design decisions are and how you can use them, you can apply them to any space, whether it's your home, whether it's your office, whether it's your place of business. You can apply these into any context of your life and shape the different outcomes that you want for each space. Now, going back to sensory intelligent design, this is the framework that I use to guide my design decisions, not only for my clients, but also for myself. And I've broken this down into 5 different avenues. So these 5 design decisions are not grounded in trends. They're not grounded in the latest and in the hottest. They're grounded in a technology that is over 300,000 years old, and that is the human body. They're grounded in our biology. The first decision is light. As you can see, it was getting a bit dark because with filming, the natural light is going away, and that's the best light to film with, so I had to turn on the fluorescent lights. I'm not a fluorescent girly. I prefer a warm 35 to 4200 Kelvs, but you know what? To each their own. But if it needs to be filmed, then here we are. But light is the first thing that your body actually responds to. So the reason why I prefer to use natural light compared to fluorescent lighting is because fluorescent lighting triggers our stress responses. It's very harsh, it's very cool. It kind of lets us know that, okay, we need to be on alert and we need to, stay up, and it's what they use in offices, it's what they use in schools. They want people to work more in offices. They need kids to focus in school. But I just don't think that it's what's best for a home and a sanctuary. With fluorescent lighting, your pupils actually constrict and your cortisol levels raise, and it actually triggers your fight or flight response. While natural light does the complete opposite. And the neuroscience behind lighting is it's not just about the brightness, it's also about the temperature. So remember earlier in the video when I was talking about the level of Kelvin that I personally like my lighting to be at? Fluorescent lighting is actually around 5 to 6,000 Kelvin, which is on the cool and blue side. And that level of Kelvin is keeping your body on alert and keeping you on your toes, which is great for the hospital and the operating room, but once again, not for your home. Warmer artificial lighting of around 2700 all the way up to the high 3000s, that light actually mimics sunlight. This lighting lets our nervous system know that it's okay, we can relax, we can decompress. If you don't have enough natural light in your home, the best thing for you to do is invest in those warmer light bulbs. You should also layer your lighting. There is no reason, none, why the big light needs to be on 24/7, unless in this case you're filming. There's no reason, turn it off. So that means you need to get you some accent lighting, you need to get you some ambient lighting, and well, use the task lighting as minimally as possible. The second decision is based in everything that you touch. This is texture, but it's not just consciously about what you're touching and grabbing. It is your nervous system sending signals about temperature and texture. Here's why this matters. Your skin actually has more nerve endings than your eyeballs. Think about your home right now. What is it that you touch the most? Is it your door handles? Or is it your kitchen countertops? Or even your bed? Those materials are either grounding you or stressing you out every single day. Warmer materials like natural woods and linens, they ground you and keep you feeling safe. They also help lower your heart rate. While colder materials like polished concrete or steel or glass, they actually keep you more alert. So here's what we do at Atinuda. We actually like to use warmer, earthy materials, a lot of natural woods, a lot of patinaed leathers. We love things that feel lived in and worn because we know that that's going to give you a psychological sense of safety, even when you may not consciously know what's going on. And when you hear that list of materials, you need to realize that those aren't just luxury choices. They're actually neuroscience-backed choices, and they're shaping your human experience every single day. The third decision is sound. A quiet room can feel very isolating, while a chaotic, echoing room can feel very unnerving. A room that has the right ambient sound is the perfect balance. Most people actually don't think about the acoustics of their home, and that's even when your ears are responding to every reverb, every bounce, and every echo. And your nervous system interprets this as chaos and unsafety. While softer furnishings like rugs and upholstery, those actually absorb sound. They dampen any excess echoes, and your room instantly feels safer. This is why a bedroom that has rugs and curtains and upholstery, it feels very grounding and cozy, while bedrooms that are more like engineered hardwood or flatter, rougher surfaces, those don't feel as inviting. But then there's an extra layer, the active sound, because when you have a place that is so silent, it can feel very isolating. You know when you go to a spa and they're playing the same playlist no matter where in the world, and it's that flowing water sound that's done on purpose. Hearing flowing water triggers our primal sense of safety. Your nervous system actually evolved around water. Water meant vitality and life. And even now, hearing that again lets your body know that it's okay. That is why we add water features to spaces, or really soft and intentional ambient sound, because the goal isn't just to have a silent library of a space. The goal is to have sound that feels calming versus jarring. The fourth decision is color and proportion. Color has a direct impact on your nervous system. You know when people say the color blue signals trust? That's why a lot of banks use the color blue in their branding and for their logos. Blues and greens signal calmness and safety, while reds and oranges express alertness and excitement and even danger sometimes. So it's not just about picking colors that you like, it's about selecting colors and knowing what they're doing to your body. And of course, proportion matters too. So rooms with high vaulted ceilings. However, rooms with lower ceilings also feel cozy and intimate and safe. Neither is right or wrong, but knowing exactly what the purpose of each room is and what it is you're looking to experience will determine how you select your colors and your proportions. Which leads us into decision number 5, which is purpose and layout. How are you going to use the space? Having an open layout lets people know that you should mingle, get to know one another, versus an intimate corner lets people know it's time for that one-on-one. At Atinuda, we don't just design spaces and hope. We are very intentional in how we create a space for the user. So whether it's you who is a homeowner, or if you're a business owner designing specifically for your ICP, we design spaces so that people naturally and effortlessly use spaces in the way that we intend them to. Here is a quick recap of the design decisions that change everything. For light, you need your natural or warm artificial. For materials, it's better to go warm and soft versus hard and cold. For sound, you need elements like plants that are either going to absorb the noise or you need to add intentional ambient sound. For color, you need to choose based on the mood you're looking for, not just based on vibes. And for layout, you need to design for the intended behavior that you want to happen in the space. These 5 decisions aren't just about making a room look nice, They're about making a room that works for your nervous system. And I have a secret: here at Atinuda, we do both.